The tip of the week for this week is about selecting appropriate yarn for projects. And it's divided into, if you're doing the master's program or taking a course, you want to use yarn that's going to best show off your work. Now, the 4 swatches that I have in front of me all have problems. The one in the upper left and the one in the lower right are obvious. They're novelty yarns, and they don't show stitches. This makes them ideal for a project where there is no stitch pattern. You just want the effect of the yarn. The one in the upper right-hand corner is a mohair blend, and you can see that the fuzz of it distorts the natural, the appearance of the stitches. The one in the bottom, lower left, is the one that I'm most concerned with. This is a heathered yarn and tweed. It's a twofer. Heathered yarn is great for projects because it really disguises tension problems. And if you look at that yarn, you can't tell whether my stitches are the same size or not. Now, a heathered yarn is one where you have 2 or more colors plied together, and a tweed yarn is where you have nubs of another color. And none of these can be used in the master's program, and I want you to pay attention to that. If the yarn has the name heathered in it, not good. Now, the next set of swatches I have are ones that I've used for illustrations and various things for this blog or for magazine articles, and these are knit in a white worsted weight wool. And you can see that you can very clearly see the stitches in this yarn. This is the type of yarn, you may not want to knit a project in this, but if I'm trying a new technique or if I'm doing the master's program or the basics course, this is the type of yarn that I do want to use because it will very clearly show if there's an issue that needs to be addressed, and it will give me the best results. It can be blocked, etc. Now, there will be more details about this in the blog itself. Now, the other type of yarn you need to worry about is yarn for projects. And I have pulled some swatches here for various projects that I've knit for cast on, actually. And rather than decide immediately, oh, I'm going to use X yarn, what I often will do is try several different types. And on the right-hand side, the herringbone swatches you see, I used 3 different yarns to see which one I liked the best for a skirt that I knit, and the one that won was the one at the top, probably because I could use larger needles. Now, the 2 on the side were for the pleats article, which will appear in the winter issue, and the yarn in tan I did use for the project. It worked very well. The yarn in pink I was going to use for the baby dress, and I found from knitting this swatch that it would be way too heavy to put on a baby. It was a cotton blend, just wouldn't work very well. Now, for the ones on the top, I worked 2 swatches, one to see how the stocking net would look, and the other to see how the design stitch would look. And this is something that you should consider doing when you are working on a project. Again, the blog itself will have much more information about this process.